Good evening and welcome to the Bloomfield High School Gymnasium, home of the 50th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I'm Jim Hall alongside Terry Turlington. We're getting ready to bring you the third place game in this tournament. This is the 25th game out of 26 in the tournament. This third place game is being played between South Pemiscot and Puxico. South Pemiscot brings a record of 6-5 into the game. South Pemiscot was seeded 6th in the tournament. South Pemiscot is coached by Chris Moore. They got to this point in the tournament by winning their first game against Kennett by the score of 82-56. They won their second game against Portageville by the score of 63-52. They lost in the championship semifinal game against Donovan by the score of 61-45. Puxico was seeded 4th in the tournament. They now have a record of 7-2. They got to this third place game by winning their first round game against Twin Rivers 78-52. They won the quarterfinal game against Van Buren by the score of 73-57, and they lost to the number 1 seeded Malden Green Wave in the semifinal game by the score of 71-46. Puxico is coached by Chad Allen, and Terry, I think that we're going to see a game here probably with some quickness and jumping ability from South Pem against some pretty good shooters from Puxico with a short bench.
That's right. I think as Chad goes into every game, I think he has to have some concerns about fouling, and anytime you do that, it might take away a little bit of your aggressiveness, but Puxico certainly has a long storied history of basketball, and they've been tournament ready for a long time. This is they're one of the only teams that's been in here for all 50 tournaments, so they'll be ready. And South Pemiscot's played good basketball. They were seeded number 6, and they're playing for 4th place. I think, isn't that right? Number 6, weren't they 6th seed?
They were seeded 6th,
and so they're going to be a little better in their seeding. And Puxico was seeded 4th, so. They should have been here, but South Pem's had a good tournament. They got some good jumpers, and they got some good players. Some of you folks may not know what makes up South Pemiscot School District, but it's 2 cities, Steele and Holland, and they're 2A team, and they've won the tournament one time, 1982. But they've been competitive, and their record in the tournament's 47-38, and should be a good ball game.
We're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. Public address announcer is getting ready to start it. South Pem is the home team. Puxico is the home team in this game. They will be in the white uniforms. South Pemiscot is considered the visiting team in this game. They are in their dark road uniforms. The lineups are getting ready to be introduced. Number 3, Mauricio Clay, 6-foot junior. Number 10, Jeremy Patton, 5'10" senior. Number 22, Zach Clay, a 5'10" senior. Number 32, Bruce Smith, 6'2" sophomore. And number 40, Felix Spates, a 6'5" senior. The starting lineup for South Pem. For the 7-2 Puxico Indians, number 11, Jay Hahn, a 5'8" junior, good three-point shooter. Number 13, Dylan Adams, he's a 5'10" senior. Number 20, Matt Allison, Matt's a 5'10" junior. 24, Cody Clark, a 6-foot senior. And their big man in the middle, David Crane, number 33, 6'3" junior.
Officials tonight, referee will be Tim Harmon from Malden, and 2 umpires, Bobby Godwin from Poplar Bluff and Joe Baldwin from New Madrid. Stan Durham and Lonnie Hutchison will be the scorers, and we talked about them earlier. Over 70 years experience. Been here a long time.
Those two guys have been here for over 30 tournaments apiece, 30 years apiece. Combined over 70 years. They know what they're doing. The officials know what they're doing. We're getting ready to jump the ball. 6'5" Spates against Cody Clark. Cody controls the tip. Ball is tipped to Adams of Puxico. He drives the lane. The lane's cleared. He tries to drop it down to Crane. The ball's intercepted. South Pem on the attack. Jeremy Patton. Ball's lobbed out and lost. Knocked back in. Ball's out of bounds off of Felix Spates. Puxico with the ball. Dylan Adams down the middle. Gives the ball off to Matt Allison underneath.
Somebody lost their man.
Cody Clark on a baseline cut off a screen.
Had a little back pick and broke wide open. Nobody helped down the backside.
Cody Clark, first basket of the game for Puxico. It was a score of 2-0. Jeremy Patton out on top. And Jeremy Patton down the lane scores the first 2 points for South Pemiscot. 1 minute into the game, the score is 2-2. Jay Hahn to Matt Allison. Step the big man outside, look for the baseline cut. They're running a little flex cut offense.
South Pem in a man-to-man, but not really aggressive. They're not trying to shut down the passing lanes. Just trying to stay between their man and the basket.
Into Crane.
Threw it over.
Oh, and in and out. Rebound is in there by Big Bruce Smith.
We've talked about it a dozen times this week, and can't get the go by that first man and pull up and just shoot a nice little jumper. All kinds of shots have gone up there this week that no balance.
Adams misses. Rebound, Mauricio Clay to Jeremy Patton. Ball in the corner, Mauricio Clay. Hard drive to the bucket, and he's got it.
Clay can play.
I've certainly been impressed by him. He had a really fine game last night in their loss to Donovan, but he played well. Adams looking inside. Cody Clark up off of a down screen to Cray. This is their three-point shooter, and he got it.
South Pemiscot's trying to run a complete front on the post man, and Puxico trying to drop it in over him.
That was Jay Hahn, 5'8" junior for Puxico. You can't give him that look. He'll knock that shot down most of the time. Lob in, push off by the big man, and he stuffs it.
Little clear out on that play.
Felix cleared him out himself.
Then he flushed it.
Ball is stolen. Zach Clay, he's fouled.
South Pemiscot, they've really got some talent on the floor, and they're going to be difficult to beat in this Boot Heel Conference. They play in the Boot Heel Conference down in the very southern part of the state. I guess Holland is the last city in Missouri before you go into Arkansas. In fact, it's right on the Arkansas line. Part of the streets in Holland are in Arkansas.
That was the first foul of the game. It was on Cody Clark of Puxico. Clay shooting another free throw, and he's got it. Clay's 1 for 2 from the line. Score is 7-5. South Pem in the lead. Ball is fumbled by Adams. He gets it back. Cross courts it to Cody Clark. Three is up and no good by Jay Hahn. And we got a walk called on South Pemiscot. Zach Clay with the ball is called for walking.
Clay rebounded the ball and turned real quick and didn't realize there was a man under him.
Little inbounds pass. South Pemiscot sort of asleep. Clark rebounds underneath. No good. Clay with the rebound, and we got a 3-on-2 run out. Pitches ahead to Mauricio Clay. He misses. Dylan Adams with the rebound. Dylan comes up the middle of the court. Set up the offense. My gosh, we got that was like a truck running over somebody there.
Legally, you can hit a screen, but when you hit it, you got to stop. He forgot one little element of that. He didn't stop. He just kept on going.
David's looking around wanting to see if they got the license number of that truck that just got him. David's got the ball.
It's always a good idea on defense to tell your buddy when there's a screen there.
Adams in the corner. Lobs into Crane underneath the hole, and he's fouled.
Again, South Pem trying to complete front, and Puxico's taking advantage of it and trying to throw over the top.
That was the first foul on Bruce Smith for South Pemiscot. David Crane is looking to tie the game up with 2 free throws.
Banks it.
He banks the first one in. They all count.
That's right. Whenever you give that complete front like South Pem's doing, you got to get that weak side man over there for that lob pass. Shut the man down. Got a ball fake and a delayed whistle.
Cody Clark going to the free throw line.
I think he fouled him with his foot.
Cody going to the free throw line. He misses. The foul was on Felix Spates, 6'5" postman for South Pemiscot. Cody missed the first one. Puxico's 1 for 3 as a team from the line. That one's going to roll in, and they're now 2 for 4. And we have a tie ball game at 7. Caleb Canoy is in the game for South Pemiscot, number 12. South Pemiscot with the turnover. Matt Allison setting up the offense. Got a screen for Hahn. Cody Clark in the lane.
There's that
complete drops it down.
Again.
And David Crane is fouled again. Puxico is pushing the ball into the lane and then dropping it down deeper into the lane, and they're getting fouls called on South Pemiscot. That will be the first foul on Caleb Canoy. David going to the line. David Crane's got the first free throw. David eyeing to get a 2-point lead. This one is too hard. The rebound is off by Spates. Cross-court pass, Mauricio Clay underneath. Puxico steals the ball.
South Pem's out of kelter just a little bit right now. They'll, again, they hit the screen. Don't stop.
This time it's Caleb Canoy. Runs over the screen set by David Crane. That's going to be the second foul on Canoy and the 5th team foul.
How hard you hit the screen is not a factor. It's the fact whether you play on through it or not. And both times, the South Pem Bulldogs have played right through it.
David Crane is going to want to start having a little football gear on the way he's taking the hits off and setting the screens. They're running a high screen out front with a post man. David shoots a turnaround jumper from the baseline. It's no good. Rebounded coming down. Jeremy Patton is into Clay and into Spates. The turnaround jumper is off the rim. Tip is in there by Clay. Mauricio Clay rebounds. Attempts to score, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. He's going to be going to the line for 2. That is the second team foul on Puxico, and that foul was on Jay Hahn. Clay is looking to score the 8th point for the South Pemiscot Bulldogs. That free throw was too hard off the back of the rim. The next line drives in. So Mauricio Clay gets 1 out of 2, and we now got the score tied at 8 with 2 minutes left in the first period. Adams on the drive, and the layup is off the rim, no good. The rebound is in there to Anthony Kennan, who's coming to the game for South Pemiscot. Kanoy, baseline jumper, in, out, and back in. Caleb Kanoy gets his first bucket of the game. He has 2 points. 10-8 lead for South Pemiscot. Freshman John Smith fakes a 3, steps inside the line and hits a jump shot. That's a freshman. Nice ball fake. Stepped inside the line, content with a good shot. Kanoy off the rim, no good. Cody Clark with a rebound. He comes out on the dribble. Adams with the ball. Left-handed dribble down the lane, and a right-handed layup goes in.
Kind of went down and reversed it from the front.
Very nice shot by Dylan Adams. Kanoy, no good. Rebounds his own shot. Crane checks it down. Puxico with the ball with 40 seconds left in the quarter. They have a 12-10 lead. Adams walks the ball down the floor.
Uh-oh, there's an illegal screen there. If you're going to call that first pop, you're going to have to call that illegal screen.
And we've got a 3-point shot up by Adams. 15-10 Puxico lead. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Jeremy Patton with the ball. Over to Kennan. We're getting down to 5 seconds. Kennan tries to backdoor. Kanoy in the lane. He's going to back it out. Doesn't realize, and the quarter's over. No clock management by South Pemiscot, not knowing much time was left on the clock, and we played 1 quarter. Puxico is ahead 15-10. We're back, getting ready to start the second quarter of this third place game in the 50th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament.
That wasn't one of South Pem's better quarters that they've had up here in the tournament. They just can't, they're not seem to get anything done. Right now, Puxico's gone to a 2-1-2 zone. Going to tell South Pem, I guess, to beat us from outside. They haven't had to really do any outside shooting this year, or this game, tournament, so I'm not certain whether they can or not.
Puxico's got both of their big men in the lineup at the same time. This is something they don't always do. David Crane with the ball. He shoots the jumper along the baseline, and he scores. David Crane matches the South Pemiscot bucket to start the second quarter. Puxico has a 17-12 lead. Mauricio Clay over to Canoy. Shot is too hard off the far side of the rim. Hahn with the rebound. Puxico going to be content with walking it up. Attack the man-to-man defense. Dribble penetration. Hahn is short. Crane rebounds. Ball is stolen from him.
Hahn kind of short-armed that one. He really didn't get in good position. He shot a little bit too quick.
Looked like he didn't really get good control of the basketball,
he
receiving
really
the pass.
He shot it from his chest, actually.
Inbounds pass is stolen. Out the pass goes to Mauricio Clay. He gives the ball over to Spate. Walking. No call is made on that, and Mauricio Clay.
Joe may have ruled that he didn't have control of the ball. If he did, it was a good call. I couldn't tell. I really didn't see it. That's going to be back court.
Violation on Puxico.
2 quick turnovers on Puxico.
Timeline violation.
1 on a throw-in and then 1 on just some pressure at midcourt.
John Smith and Cody Clark back in the game for Puxico. Puxico's back with their one big man in the lineup. Zach Clay penetrates down into the lane. He scores.
South Pemiscot just keeps coming at you. They're not just gonna give up and say, hey, you're gonna get us tonight. They're gonna play you. They're gonna play you.
Freshman. Off the rim twice and out. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Puxico.
Puxico, when you come off the board, Puxico's going to challenge you. Even after you get your defensive rebound, it looks like that South Pem might be able to run it out of there if they'll look real quick. They left 3 men in there that time to challenge the basketball.
Shots by Jeremy Patton. And the rebound is nicely done in the middle of the lane by Cody Clark. Looks up, slows it down, gives it to Adams. Adams out to Clark. Clark penetrates, back out to Allison. And we're going to have a turnover. Allison down the lane, a little bit out of control, loses possession, and back comes South Pem. Zach Clay to
South Pem can
Spates.
take the lead
Back
with
to
this
Clay,
possession.
the three.
Short.
Weak side rebound. Over the back call on Mauricio Clay. It's going to be Mauricio's first foul. It is the 6th-team foul on South Pemiscot. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Dylan Adams walking the ball up the floor. Jeremy Patton cutting him off. He picks the ball up on the sideline. Gets it to Allison. Allison back to Adams. No spacing on their offense right now.
Had all 5 men on the right side of the floor, all 5. Now they space it out.
Cody with the ball.
There's the lob.
Lob into Crane.
Weak side guard has to come across there and get behind that man, and it was steal on the throw in and scores.
Dylan Adams. Dylan Adams is a 5'10 senior for Puxico.
Adams put the sneak on him. He acted like he was going to go to the other end. He ducked back real quick and intercepted the ball and got fouled, scored.
The foul was on Bruce Smith. That's his second foul. Dylan makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. And here we've got an offensive foul called. Player control offensive foul. Puxico will take the ball out of bounds. The foul was on Zach Clay. That's his second foul. Puxico has a 22-16 lead. Matt Allison setting up the offense. Adams on the wing. Penetrates, kicks it out to Cody Clark. Cody Clark to Allison, to Cody. High post screen. Adams, the three. Got it. And timeout is called by Coach Chris Moore, South Pemiscot. Puxico has stretched the lead out to 25-16. We have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. We'll be right back. Dylan Adams has scored 6 points here in the second quarter to go with his 5 in the first quarter. He's hit 2 threes. He has 11 points, and we still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. He and David Crane have been the scorers for Puxico to this point, but Puxico is playing a really, really good team basketball game. They're working on defense, they're working on the boards, but on offense, they are running a flex cut type offense that has a lot of down screening, cross screening on the weak side, and they just keep looking to penetrate. They can penetrate and pitch out to the three, or they drop it down to Crane inside.
South Pem was within 1 point with about 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, in the second quarter, and then all of a sudden they're down 9 points. So Puxico had a little run there.
Jeremy Patton coming back up the middle of the court.
8-0 run, actually.
Ball's inside to Spates. Ball's knocked away, retrieved by Clay. This is Mauricio Clay, Jeremy Patton. Down the lane.
Out of their zone.
The jumper is short. Rebounded in there. And it's up and in by Kanoy.
Puxico got out of their 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone and went back man-to-man. South Pem stayed man-to-man the whole game. Not real aggressive.
Nice play and a missed layup by David Crane.
Puxico's playing behind the post man, where South Pem plays fronting him all the way.
Ball is stolen by Dylan Adams. Puxico pushes it ahead to wide open Matt Allison, and he knocks it down. Good look down the floor. Wide open man. He knocked it down. Spates from the line. No good. Adams with the rebound. Pushes it ahead. Cody Clark tries to throw it through. Jeremy Patton.
Again, no shot, and it goes in.
He just threw it up as he ran over Dylan Adams, and they've called a player-controlled offensive foul. The foul is on Jeremy Patton. That's his first foul. It's the 9th team foul for South Pemiscot. The basket went in, but
he traveled. Took a little hop step before he took off. We've seen that a lot in this tournament.
That last basket by Jeremy Patton was negated by the offensive player control foul. (27-18). 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Little jump shot is no good. Clay, weak side rebound. Mauricio Clay will be going to the line as a result of rebounding on the weak side and then getting fouled. Foul was on Matt Allison. That's only the third team foul on Puxico this half. Free throw is line drived off the front of the rim and the backboard and no good. Mauricio looking to get the back end of the two-shot foul. He gets it.
Eight-point lead for Puxico with 2 minutes to go in the half. It's always an important 2 minutes.
John Smith driving down the lane, has it taken away. Up and in, and out, and back in.
Little semi-hook, played away from the man, kept his body in between, and did a good job of that, actually.
Bruce Smith, a 6'2 sophomore for South Pem. That's his first basket. The turnover by Puxico led to a basket. We got another turnover. Clay got it. Mauricio Clay.
Difficult shot, and got it in, but he went strong side, strong hand. He didn't try throwing it over the ring.
2 turnovers, 2 baskets. Got a minute and 10 seconds left. Pace of play has picked up just a little bit.
Another turnover.
Another turnover and lost the ball.
Like we say, this 2 minutes is very important. There was a 9-point lead. It's down to a 4-point lead.
Puxico has picked up the tempo a little bit, and as a result, they've had 2 turnovers in the near third. Now they've got their third. They run a little inbounds play, broke the man open, but the pass was a little bit wide. Got his hand on it. We got a minute and 4 seconds left in the first half. Puxico has a 4-point lead. Jeremy Patton walking the ball up the floor, less than a minute to play. Ball is stolen by Hahn, pitched ahead to Allison. Nice layup.
It sure was. Here we go again, another steal on the throw-in.
Another
layup.
Allison again.
South Pemiscot very sloppy. Twice, 3 times on the throw-in.
Clay to Clay. Clay to Clay. Zach to Mauricio. 2 points, 6-point game, 25 seconds in the half. Patton is reaching for the ball.
I think Puxico would be wise to take the last shot here.
Another turnover. Behind the back dribble, nearly loses control, pitches it back out. Patton with the long 3, in and out. We have a loose ball picked up and a foul called on David Crane.
A lot of things happening there. I'm not real certain what, but a lot of things happen.
David Crane foul. The ball's being taken out of bounds because they were not in the 1-and-1. The ball's out to Mauricio Clay.
Again.
He got the shot away. Didn't realize how much time was left. Threw the ball up at the buzzer. And we're at halftime, and the score is 31-25 in favor of Puxico. At halftime, we're having the Bloomfield Wildcat cheerleaders. They've sort of been known around Stoddard County to have an excellent cheerleading group, and they're going to put on some halftime entertainment. We're back at halftime of the the third place game of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. This game is being played between the Puxico Indians and the South Pemiscot Bulldogs. The halftime score is Puxico 31, South Pemiscot 25. The scoring for the Puxico Indians in the first half, they were led by Dylan Adams, who had 11 points. He had two three-point goals. Cody Clark with 3. Matt Allison had 6. He got 4 of them right there at the very end of the half. Jay Hahn had 1 3-point basket for 3 points. David Crane had 6. John Smith had 2. Puxico had 15 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second for their total of 31. South Pemiscot with a total of 25 points the first half. They were led by Mauricio Clay, had 10. Jeremy Patton had 2. Caleb Canoy had 6. Zach Clay 3. Bruce Smith 2. And Felix Spates 2. 10 in the first quarter, 15 in the second for a total of 25. Well, Terry, what do you think South Pem's got to do in the second half?
Each team had 8 turnovers, but the big difference was that 4 of the 8 turnovers led directly to a basket for Puxico. They stole 2 inbound passes, stole another one at midcourt. All of them led to points. 8 points right off the turnover. They're down 6, so if South Pem's going to win the ball game, they're going to have to take care of the ball a little bit better. And both teams, I think, have defended pretty well. South Pem has elected to completely front their postman and the postman, and Puxico has elected to play behind, but both of them been effective.
We'll be back in just a moment. We're starting the third quarter. Puxico with the basketball and a 6-point lead. Crane with the ball. Allison to Hahn. Back out on top to Adams. Puxico's moving the ball very quickly. Cody penetrates. Kicks it back out. Adams. Allison. Cody Clark lobs it in on the front, and he misses again. David Crane's missed 2 or 3 easy shots when they lob over the man fronting him. They get it in deep. They get it in deep to Spates. He rolls it out. Cody Clark with the rebound.
Cody, the first 2 ball games, scored pretty well, and the last 2 games he hasn't scored a lot of points. He's a good shooter, too.
He's looking to pass more than he is to shoot. He's dropped the ball down to David Crane several times. The 3-point shooter's wide open. 3-point shooter shot and missed. Jay Hahn. South Pemiscot with the ball. David Crane trying to save the pass.
Lucky he didn't save the pass.
He just about knocked it back in bounds to South Pem. Ball's going to be out of bounds to South Pem. We're a minute and a half into this quarter with no scoring. Puxico with the rebound. This is Matt Allison. Jay Hahn on the weave on top. Left-handed dribble to Allison for the 3. No good. Rebound is fought for. David Crane has it. Tries to shoot. Ball goes out of bounds off of South Pemiscot. Jay Hahn inbounding the ball.
Chad Allen wanting the call on the 3-point play. Both men have faked the foul and gone to the floor. Good no calls.
Inbound comes back around to Jay Hahn. Matt Allison has it. Ball's back out at midcourt. Penetrates down the line to the baseline. Cody Clark looks to lob again. Crane underneath again. He misses again, but he's fouled. Cody Clark has made several nice passes to David Crane. Bruce Smith, the 6'2 sophomore defensive center for South Pemiscot, is fronting up high. They're lobbing over. David's got him a free throw. David is 3 for 5 from the free throw line. That's the first point of the third quarter. He got both of them. Puxico has an 8-point lead.
And he steals the ball again on the inbounds pass.
Adams steals the ball again. He's nearly falling out of bounds, and Coach Chad Allen gets a timeout to save the ball. So we have timeout on the floor with 5:42 left, 33-25 Puxico. We'll be right back.
This right here. No, I don't want mine that loud.
We're back here at the third place game in the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Puxico is ahead 33-25.
This place is packed with the consolation.
Puxico's inbounding it out of the corner. Jay Hahn, ball, three-point shot, bounces around about 3 times, goes out of bounds. South Pemiscot's going to have the ball. Jeremy Patton with it. Zach Clay down the lane. He throws it up. It's no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Bruce Smith over the back of Cody Clark. Cody on the block out, got the ball. And Bruce Smith picks up his third foul. It's the second foul of this half. Second team foul. South Pem in a press. They're dropping back into a zone, and Adams shoots over the top of the zone. The three-point shot is no good. Jeremy Patton has it on top to Zach Clay. Lobs it into space. They double down. Caleb Canoy on top to Zach Clay. He penetrates. Behind the back pass to the baseline. The shot's in and out, and the tip-in is by Bruce Smith.
Hadn't seen very many tip-ins in the whole tournament. It's a great offensive weapon that's not used very much anymore.
Some of these big guys could certainly be taking advantage of that. Puxico breaks the press. Three-point shooter wide open and knocks it down.
South Pem got in the zone, and that's the way you break it, quick.
Well, they better look Jay Hahn up if they're going to stay in the zone because he can shoot it down.
South Pem back down 9 points.
Zach Clay on top.
Now Puxico completely fronting the post. Now he lets him shape him in the bottom.
In the spates.
Should have made the basket.
Didn't complete the chance for the three-point play. We're going to have a foul called on David Crane. That's his second foul. First team foul on Puxico this third quarter. Felix Pate, 6'5" senior postman for South Pem, will be going to the line. He's going to be shooting 2.
We've seen that a lot of times in this tournament this week where there's no excuse for not making that basket.
Been very, very easy to finish that one off for the three-point play, and then he ends up getting 1 out of it. Well,
ball stolen.
Dylan had the favor returned to him. They snuck up behind him, knocked it away. He's had 2 or 3 steals.
And then they turn it over.
The ball is deflected, and it goes off of Caleb Canoy's leg, out of bounds.
10 turnovers
Jay
for South
Hahn
Pem.
inbounding it. 10 turnovers. South Pem, they're in a 2-2-1 press. It breaks it by dribbling down the middle to Cody Clark. He loses, controls it, tries to hit David Crane. The ball's deflected.
10 turnovers for Puxico.
Turnovers are even. Now they're not.
That's right.
Zach Clay throws it into the hospitality room. Puxico inbounding. Break the press right in the middle, and there's a three-point shooter, and this time he's a little long.
Challenges the ball again. Puxico challenges the basketball on every defensive rebound that South Pim gets, but they're not running it out.
Zach Clay juking with the ball. He's got it over to Caleb Canoy. Jeremy Patton with a three. Off the rim, Cody Clark. Cody Clark felt like he was fouled twice on each shot, each rebound.
I won't say they fouled him, but they severed his arms from his body, I'll tell you that.
Cody.
On the first shot, he got hooked and almost turned upside down.
Finally got the third foul called on David Crane, and that's significant for Puxico. He's got 3 fouls with 2:49 left in the third quarter. They brought in Kerry McClure. Kerry had a good game. The opening game, he came in for David Crane some and ended up with about 12 points. Had a nice game. Puxico they're in a little zone. Canoy for 3, no good, off the rim. And Cody finally gets the foul called. Cody gets the rebound. Cody Clark with the rebound. That foul is on Spates. That's his second. It's a third team foul, third quarter, South Pemiscot.
Adams takes it 2-2-1 press.
Adams takes it to the sideline, picks it up, cross-court pass, Hahn to Allison.
South Pim now in a zone, 2-3 zone out of a 2-2-1 press.
The ball is fumbled around, and Kerry McClure gets it wide open underneath, lays it up too hard off the boards. It comes out. Nobody out, and a flush.
First time that they've taken advantage of the challenge down on the other end. They could have been doing that all night long.
Cody Clark in the middle. I think Cody said, well, David Crane's not in there for me to pass it down there to, so I'm just going to start in. And he can do that every time down the floor, I believe. He's awfully good from the high post with the ball. It's in. South Pemiscot has it in there. Cody with a good block out. Ball's out of bounds. Be Puxico's ball. Cody's going to get a rest here the last 29 of the third quarter. Freshman John Smith, 5'10" freshman, is in the game. Cross court, back to the middle pass from Adams. Allison pushing the ball up the floor, across the timeline. Tries to split the defense.
2-2-1 press has been very popular in this tournament for some reason.
Lobbed into Adams, back out to Smith. The three is going to be way short. Saved by Adams. He knocks it back into Allison, and he gets it in. Dylan Adams made a nice save, threw it back in. Allison got it underneath.
Behind the back and misses. Went down the back door and missed the shot. Good pass.
Mauricio Clay, good backdoor cut. Misses an easy layup. Kerry McClure. You notice that Kerry's about 6'5". You notice he's playing outside, but he is a good three-point shooter. South Pim is in a zone.
Going to play for one.
They're holding the ball for one shot. Puxico has a 10-point lead. There's 15 seconds left into the post. Wide open three, and that looks good. Jay Hahn with his third three-point shot. Puxico has a 13-point lead. There's 1 second. Pass over, stolen. That's not going to count.
That's 3 times at the buzzer in this game that South Pim's had the ball and hadn't gotten the shot off yet.
We've got a 43-30 lead for Puxico at the end of 3 quarters. Terry, South Pemiscot didn't get anything accomplished in that quarter.
No, not much. They're just not playing real well tonight. I don't know what reason. A lot of times these third place games are hard to get up for, but they got to remember it's early in the season. There's a lot to be accomplished the rest of the year. Still got 2 months to play.
South Pem only scored 5 points in that quarter. I think when Puxico keeps the game played, they look like they want to play it at a little slower pace.
That's right.
Because again, we said they got a short bench. They can't afford to really speed it up and get into foul trouble. And South Pem has just not been able to adjust to the pace of play. We got Zach Clay on the penetration, and the official has called a foul. The foul is on Matt Allison.
Neither team in foul trouble.
That's the third team foul on Puxico.
Right, each team has 3 fouls apiece. So down to the fourth quarter, and it looks like that there's going to be no problem with fouls.
Second foul on Matt Allison. Zach Clay is going to be shooting 2. First one's good. That's Zach's 4th point in the ball game. No good. Cody Clark back in to start the fourth quarter. Goes high to get the rebound. He's pushing it down the middle. He's in his favorite spot. This time it rolls off. South Pemiscot picking up the tempo. Looks like it got an offensive foul.
I'm not sure which one that he charged. He had a choice. He could have taken either one. Out of control totally. End up shooting the ball back over his head.
Puxico in the ball, inbounding the ball. Matt Allison, left-handed dribble up, penetrates. Cody Clark wide open, knocks it down. Cody Clark with a 3. That was all created by good penetration by Matt Allison. Kicking the ball back out to Cody.
Somebody lost their man on the backside.
Mauricio Clay wide open underneath.
Violated the basic principle. See your man, see the ball. Saw the ball but didn't see their man. 10-second count still running. Chad Allen
has called timeout to save a 10-second call.
He realized that. I think that's one of the real bad rules in basketball now. You can have a 9 count in backcourt and take a timeout. Then you got an entirely new count coming up.
I've always lobbied for the fact that that's always been the rule, and I've always lobbied that it's unfair. The officials should keep count of the time. If timeout's called in backcourt, they should notify the team you've used 8 of your 10 seconds. You've got 2 seconds to get it across.
I agree. I think that that probably will never change until they put the shot clock in, and then whenever the shot clock comes in, there's a little different situation.
That's one of the good things about the shot clock,
right.
Because technically, if you call timeout, really you've got in backcourt, you've actually got 20 seconds to get it across the half line. Adams with the ball. Puxico lobbing again. Crane wide open and lays it in. Well, I don't really think that fronting David Crane has been very effective.
No, I don't think so at all.
Mauricio lays it in. They've just lobbed it over and lobbed it over and lobbed it over to David.
They've continued to do it too, which is exactly what they should do. Again
to David, and they're going to call walking. Shuffled his feet. Puxico with a 13-point lead. We got 6:18 left. Big Spates back in. Jeremy Patton, the starting point guard, is back in.
Still some ball game left. If they'd they're going to have to change some style though.
South Pemiscot has their starting 5 in. They're going to lob it in. It's knocked away from behind by Crane. Lucky he didn't get his 4th foul called. Cody Clark. We're under 6 minutes. Jay Hahn to Cody Clark to Adams. Running a little flex cut offense.
Running some delay.
Back out. Kick out to Cody Clark. Wide open. Allison knocks it down.
Clock's rapidly becoming Puxico's friend.
That was a great possession for Puxico.
That was a good possession. Yes, it was.
They ran off about 25 seconds, got a wide open 3 look, and got it knocked down. And they've got the ball back. That was probably the best possession of the game for Puxico, in that they ran some time. They got the look at the basket they wanted. Ball is deflected to Cody Clark. Unforced turnover. That's no good, and a layup for Clay. Zach Clay. That was as poor a possession as you could have.
Yeah, that's right.
They went from a good one to a poor one. Ball's out of bounds.
South Pemiscot's going to have to start putting a little more pressure on the basketball, even if it's full court or a full court press or half court trap, something. They're 14 down with 5 minutes to go, which there's still some time, but they're going to have to do something.
You know, they're just content with playing, just man to man, and I think you've got to get into a trap situation. The man to man they're playing has not been that effective as far as stealing the ball. It's a good defense, but they're in a situation where they've got to have the ball.
Well, Coach Allen, I think, is just running his normal offense and running it for a delay game, which is very effective. We'll see how long it takes Puxico to realize what's happened.
You can run this offense, this flex cut offense. You could run it as a delay game, and you can run it as a delay game, and from that you can look for layups off of the delay game.
I think that's what's happened here, and we'll see how long it takes South Pem to make an adjustment. Going to be a layup game, I believe.
Adams with the ball, and he throws it out of bounds.
That's the problem.
That wasn't a good pass. Even if the man had been looking, it wasn't a good pass because it was basically a weak cross-court pass. Could have been easily intercepted. Puxico is in a situation where, there's an old rule that time and score dictates how you play the game. Puxico has got the lead. They need to have the ball. They need to take high percentage shots. We've got a wild pass from the corner over the basket. Spates couldn't control it, and it's out of bounds.
Okay, we now have a full court press.
We also got a substitute in. Kenny Cannon is making his first appearance in the game. Adams with the ball. Kenny Cannon is a 5'10 junior. Adams with the ball. Tempo's picked up. Puxico attacking the basket.
Slap foul outside, still no bonus.
Try to run the out-of-bounds play. They get it into Kenny Cannon, to Matt Allison. Picks the ball up, which is not good, but lobs over. Rebound missed. Kenny Cannon with a rebound, kicks it out. Good play by Kenny. He didn't have an opportunity to shoot unless he just threw it up there. He's content with the ball. Back out, Puxico back in their offense.
Time running.
And we've got a jump ball at midcourt. Possession is Puxico's. There's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter. Puxico with the basketball. Terrible pickup of possession at that point in time by Matt Allison. They got the ball
in the corner. Now they're running. Try to keep it in the middle where you've always got an outlet pass and somebody ready to come to the ball.
South Pemiscot pressuring at midcourt.
Coach Allen takes timeout.
Puxico calls timeout again. We got 2:56 left. 2:56 left in the third quarter. Puxico has a 51-37 lead. They got a 14-point lead. They've got 2 minutes and 56 seconds to protect that 14-point lead. They have the ball. The next alternating possession will be South Pemiscot's. In this quarter, Cody Clark and Matt Allison have each have a 3-point basket. David Crane has got a 2. 8 points. Mauricio Clay has 2 buckets for South Pem. Zach Clay's got a bucket and a free throw. Puxico has outscored South Pemiscot 8-7 in this quarter. Their 13-point lead that they had at the end of the third quarter is extended by 1. Jay Hahn is going to be inbounding the ball for Puxico. Puxico lines up, breaks a couple of guys back, starts to break a man forward. The ball's to Allison.
You're going to trap.
South Pem is finally getting into some kind of a zone where they can trap the ball.
Got him in the corner.
They got the ball right where they want it, but they foul. That's the 6th-team foul on South Pemiscot. Puxico inbound the ball again. The foul was according to the scoreboard, the 4th on Jeremy Patton. Ball's loose. Puxico is called timeout again. Protect the basketball. So we've got 2:33 left. We've still got a 14-point ball game. Not much has changed since the last timeout. Terry, looks like that South Pemiscot is, they finally on that last, after that last timeout came out in some type of a zone trap, but they're still not getting a whole lot of pressure. I sort of, not knowing South Pemiscot that well, but I would think that they were a little bit quicker. It looks like to me they'd be able to get a little bit more pressure on the ball.
I think so.
We'll see what they're going to do here.
What I really think is that Puxico's already punched in for third place. That's what I really think has happened. There's no more intensity in the game right now, and there's going to have to be if anything's going to happen.
I would think that Coach Chris Moore of South Pemiscot cannot be pleased with the performance of his team. I question fronting a high post like he's doing. You know, when you front up high like they're doing, it's really easy to get and in the flex cut offense where you got people down screening and coming up on it's a little bit harder to get weak side help. David misses another one underneath. He gets the rebound and he's fouled.
Coach Allen, I think, has done a good job here this fourth quarter because he's taken a couple of timeouts and he's not satisfied if he's got a lead. He wants to have a lead and play well, and there's a difference.
That's exactly right. That's the 4th foul on Bruce Smith.
And he got the shot he wanted. He had the layup. He just didn't get it. They didn't convert it.
David shoots the ball up, rolls around and in. David extends the lead to 15. We got 2:24 left, and David knocks it down. 16-point lead, 53-37. Jeremy Patton. Felix Spates got it. You wonder why they haven't done that the whole game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
They got the ball down the side. They posted up Felix Spates on the block. He got the ball, and he's got he's got a little quickness. He can put the ball on the floor. He can turn with it on the floor.
And there's not anybody can come close to jumping with him on this floor.
That's exactly right. He got him an easy little turnaround basket on that occasion, but that brings the score deficit to 14 for South Pemiscot. 53-39, 2:13 left. We've got a pretty full house. We got the bleachers pulled out on the north end of the gymnasium. We got the bleachers pulled out on the east side of the gym.
Standing room only right now. People are lined up all the way around the gym, standing, hoping that somebody's going to leave, and they will after the last game.
Right there's what South Pem had been looking for. They had the ball in the double teamed in the corner, wide open. Crane up and in.
Nice job.
After they got the
Broke
ball
the
out of
press.
the corner, they broke it. Back out for the three. That's going to be no good. Rebound by Spates. Spates looks like he's going to play here the last 2.5.
I don't know where he came from.
He's going to play the last 2.5 minutes of the game. Felix Spates, 2 buckets here in the last minute or so for South Pemiscot. Got another timeout. This one called by South Pemiscot to stop the clock after the basket. South Pemiscot is still 14 down. We got 1:47 left. I'm sure that Coach Chad Allen is telling his Puxico team to, take care of the ball. Look for the double team coming to you. If you double team, there's got to be an open man. That open man needs to, present himself for the ball, come back towards the ball, middle of the floor.
I've been impressed with Puxico. I've been impressed with them. They got beat last night, but they had a real hard effort, and Malden's going to beat a lot of people.
They beat the press again. They get it down the side. Matt Allison is going to the line. The only thing that Coach Allen would not like about that is that not much time run off, but if Matt is able to knock down this one in bonus, then that's just what he wanted. Matt Allison going to the line. He's shooting the front end of a 1-and-1 free throw. He rolls it in and will get the bonus shot. They're back to 15. We're down to 142. This one is up, in and out, and in.
Got them both.
Got them both. 16-point lead, and I believe this one's going to be over. Zach Clay down the middle. No good. Big Spates.
Grabbed his jersey. Ought to be a 2-shotter. Probably should be intentional.
Big Spates got him an aggressive rebound. Foul was on Jay Hahn. That's only the 4th team foul on Puxico, but it was a shooting foul, so Felix Spates will be shooting 2. First one is good. .135 left. That clock's not moving very fast.
No, it isn't.
South Penn back to 14. Cody Clark in the middle, kicks it out. Good press break. Matt Allison. Adams has got it. Back to Allison in the middle. Out of the double team. Penetrates. Kick it back out. Wide open. Oh, he walked.
Took a little hop step. I think the officiating generally in the tournament has been very good. There's always going to be some plays that you're going to disagree with, usually about 6 each way every game. But I think it's been good.
Felix Spates loses the ball and then fouls. We're down to 103. Puxico with a 14-point lead. Felix Spates picks up his 3rd foul. I might be off by 1 or 2, but Puxico, according to my book, only has 8 fouls in this game. I know in looking at the scoreboard, they only have 4 this half.
Yeah.
And I think they had 4 the first half.
Coach Allen's been very quiet tonight.
Well, his foot's sore.
He was fired to pieces last night.
Coach Allen's foot's sore. Felix Spates. Rebound. Mauricio Clay.
Clock's still running
gets
now.
His 16th point.
South Pem's got her back to 12, but it's all over.
Cody out of the double team. Adams got to move the ball. You don't want foul. You want the clock to move. Hahn.
Han's
going to say,
one up.
I'm open, but I'm gonna just give it back. I'm going to take the 3 and give him a chance. 30 seconds. And Coach Allen's going to put Kenny Cannon back in, along with John Smith and Kerry McClure. Cody Clark, Dylan Adams, and David Crane are going out. Puxico people are standing and applauding. All 3 of those individuals played a real fine basketball game.
Puxico's got a good basketball team.
Hahn with the rebound. We're down to 15 seconds. Hahn got a turnover to Spates, and he got fouled. Felix stole the ball, was going to try to get his second big slam of the game, but he was denied on a foul by Matt Allison, his third foul of the game. Felix misses the free throw. Felix has had a good second half. He's got 9 points in the second half. He has 11 for the game. He had just a quiet first half.
Now it's been a long week. You can always tell Coach Moore's on the bench with his legs crossed, and I haven't seen him sit down that long in the 12 years he's coached.
Rebound is up and in by Bruce Smith, and that's the basketball game. That is the basketball game, and Puxico has won third place in this game, in this tournament. They were seeded fourth. They played a real fine basketball game.